Hello and a warm welcome to Federal's special program, Capital Beat. BJP released its first list of Lok Sabha candidates for 195 seats. And this first list made headlines because many sitting MPs were denied tickets. There was a fair share of controversy. Say, for example, Pawan Singh, who's the Bhojpuri singer, his name was first included in the list. Then later it was withdrawn because there were all sorts of reports that he had made some misogynistic videos, and that could have backfired for BJP. Then another controversy regarding Ajay Mishra Teni. He has been given the ticket. Farmers are fuming, uh, and they've not forgotten how the farmers were rammed down by Ajay Mishra Teni's car. So that is one bit. And then also, if you come to Assam and you talk about Assam's list, Assam also has its fair share of blunders. Say, for example, the list which has been released by BJP, it says that Karimganj is a reserved constituency, but Silchar is, whereas Silchar is a reserved constituency now. Then Mangalda'i doesn't exist as a constituency, but Darang Udalguru is. Then similarly, Tezpur is Sonitpur now. Kalyabor is no longer a constituency, but is Kaziranga. So all these blunders are seen in the list. Now, this is the same list for which Prime Minister Narendra Modi, along with all the senior BJP leaders, sat till 4 in the morning. So what do these anomalies show? Of course, there is frustration on the part of leaders who have gone to the Twitter, but they've not expressed it. But very humbly, they've said that they are opting out of the race. They are going to their own profession. Say, for example, Dr. Harshvardhan, who said that he will go back to his ENT surgeon's practice. Jayant Sinha said that he will go back to his fight for climate change. Then you had Gautam Gambhir, who said that he will go back to cricket. So the leaders are frustrated, but they are not expressing it. But at the same time, these anomalies which you find in the first list, what does it really show as far as BJP is concerned? Because BJP is known to be a party which is very, very meticulous about small details. It does a lot of homework before any list is out. So what has happened this time with the first list? Joining me now is Professor Gargo Chatterjee, who's the professor at Indian Statistical Institute. He's also the leader of the Bengali right group called Bangla Poko. Thank you so much, Professor Chatterjee, for joining. We have Vivek Deshpande, who's a senior journalist and political commentator. Thank you, Vivek, so much for joining. We have Gyan Verma, who's a senior journalist with TheFederal. He covers BJP very, very closely. Thank you, Gyan, for joining. And Gyan, I'll begin the debate with you today that what has really gone wrong with BJP's first list? Of course, sitting MPs have been denied tickets, but the kind of carelessness which is seen in the first list, it doesn't really show that, it's a typical BJP style, because it's a party which is known to be very, very careful about small things.
Yes and no. Yes, because it made a mistake with the Assam list and they have corrected it. So I'll not make it a big issue, but BJP has given 80% of its tickets to the candidates who are already Lok Sabha members. So it has repeated 80% of its candidates. I think that is a huge head start to for the election Lok Sabha campaign, because these people are already MPs and now they are settled that they have got tickets and they can campaign, start their campaigns. So that is a head start for the BJP. And most of these leaders won with a margin of like 2 lakhs, 2.5 lakhs, that kind of huge margins. So these are all comfortable seats. One more quick point that most of these seats, I think about 120 of them are in Hindi heartland. BJP has an amazing strike rate in Hindi heartland, both in versus Congress and with other regional parties. So they have planned the elections well. They made an error in Assam and they have corrected it. But overall, they have given tickets to repeat candidates, 34 union ministers, 2 former chief ministers. So they are sorted in terms of in the Hindi heartland and against the dominant regional parties in the north.
But Gargo Chatterjee, if I may come to you now, would you say the same when it comes to East, whether it is Assam, whether it's what happened in Asansol, and especially with what happened with Pawan Singh? What would you really say? I mean, what went wrong? Why did he withdraw? Did party realize it late? Didn't party do its homework? Because normally BJP is known to check everyone's, the ex bio and everything. They check and then only arrive at any kind of conclusion. So how was Pawan Singh given how was his name included in the list?
So as the earlier speaker was saying, BJP does meticulous background research on every candidate it puts up. It's not just a random person, by a cheat, somebody gets it by a cheat. It's not like that. So there's some background check. In fact, it is Asansol, a seat with no, it's a Bengali majority seat, but with a significant minority of Hindi-speaking migrants from Bihar and Eastern UP. So, this person, especially from the Bhojpur belt, Eastern UP and Western Bihar, this person is actually immensely popular. So, which is kind of troubling, but we'll not get into that debate. What's important is that the words are around that Shatrugna Sinha will be the Trinamool candidate in that area. So if there was one candidate who is from Bihar, it is a very high likelihood that he would have captured all the so-called Bihari votes. Trinamool has so there's an interesting equation here. Trinamool has twice lost this seat with Bengali candidates, okay? When it's a BJP candidate, it does not matter, apparently, to Hindi-speaking voters there, whether it's a Bengali or not. So Babul Supriyo won there. For the first time in a by-election, Shatrugna Sinha won in Asansol, who is a Bihari, not a Bengali, but with the whole Bihari vote going to Shatrugna Sinha. It was a massive lead of something like 3 lakhs, it's a very massive margin. So BJP calculated well that by fielding a mass popular face, and at the end of the day, Shatrugna Sinha is an ebbing face. He's a face of yesteryears. And we have new voters coming up, youngsters who have these reels and everything. And that's where somebody like Pawan Singh has a lot of purchase. What BJP miscalculated in 2024 with this candidature, as it is in 2021, is that ever since the aggressive entry of BJP and expansion in West Bengal, especially with Hindi-speaking Marwari, these kind of groups at its core, with a covering of certain Bengali leaders who don't seem to have their own stead in the party, but are simply order carriers, a backlash, a Bengali backlash has grown, which was pretty evident in 2021. And I think it is the scale and ferocity of this Bengali backlash,
but Professor Chatterjee, there is a strong murmur about the fact that since BJP has made the Sandesh Khali incident a very big political issue, so they realized after including Pawan Singh's name in the list, that apparently this issue will backfire because of his misogynistic videos on the Bengali women. So was that a late realization on the part of BJP? Because there's already so much of egg on BJP's face. Because
I don't think these are related issues in a way. I'll tell you why. So, for example, there are already, let's say, female tainted candidates in the BJP West Bengal list who are repeating MPs, okay? So, various sexual offenses, alleged sexual offenses. So that's not new. So, for example, also vulgarity in Pawan Singh's song, he is not unique in that either. There are many people who have what people might consider vulgar songs. It is a specific targeting of Bengali women. I mean, Bangal Wali Mal, and then Bangal se Soten Lai, which bringing a second wife from Bengal, quasi rape scenes enacted with specifically mentioning that the woman is a Bengali. That did actually 2 things. Once, of course, because it's a growing Bengali nationalist backlash that really rose up very fast, and that's the important part, very fast. But more importantly, it also showed to everyone that the Bengali BJP, the Bengali faces of BJP in Bengal really have no say in how these affairs are managed, and this gives an immense let's say, advantage to Mamata Banerjee, who she is considered dictatorial, she is considered this and that, but she doesn't take orders from anywhere. While a Shubhendu Adhikari or Dilip Ghosh has no stead in front of a list which comes from Delhi. So in a way, this does damage. Of course, Sandesh Khali being an issue which is extant at this moment, Trinamool will of course try to use it. So this is your party, who are you to tell
But
us?
I think that Trinamool already has an upper hand. The way all the Trinamool MPs were tweeting yesterday, they already have seems to have an advantage now over this issue.
This is not really true, because Trinamool has almost, Trinamool or CPM for that matter, has zero presence in the mass media editorial line in West Bengal. It is all BJP. Okay, so Sandesh Khali is an issue which, if my mother opens the TV in evening at 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., she will see Sandesh Khali. She will not see Pawan Singh's Bengali Wali Mal. Okay, so Trinamool within its social media ecosystem has done this. So Trinamool will get an advantage in Asansol, for example, so much so that they could do a pushback. But to counter Sandesh Khali, first of all, they have to educate Bengalis about Pawan Singh, and Trinamool, it's questionable whether they have the wherewithal to educate people about that at that scale.
All right. So that was about Pawan Singh, but we have other controversies as well, and I'm coming to Ajay Mishra Teni now. Vivek, if I may come to you, Ajay Mishra Teni already has a clout, and because of which BJP seems to have given his name, in the first list. Now, what happens really? What could be the ramifications of his name being included? Farmers have already said that it's almost like rubbing salt on the wounds of the farmers. So, is it really going to backfire? Inclusion of Ajay Mishra Teni's name in the BJP's first list.
Uh, uh, then Nilu, I don't know. I don't think so, because last time also in that election that place, the BJP won despite farmers' protests and farmers' anger against BJP. So BJP believes in reasoning it out, and BJP had done its calculation well there, Lakhimpur Kheri, and despite that incident and despite a backlash from farmers, they managed to win that seat. And Ajay Mishra continues to be a minister in Modi's cabinet, despite the fact that his son was allegedly involved in that incident where the vehicle crushed 4 or 5 farmers. So about, at least as far as this constituency is concerned, I think the BJP is very much sure that it will win. That may not be the case with Brijbhushan Sharan Singh, though Brijbhushan Sharan Singh is very strong in that area, but they have not named him in the first list. So they may be having some dilemma about him as far as his constituency is concerned. But about Lakhimpur Kheri, they are very sure. The same had happened in Hathras, despite that big incident where the Dalit girl was raped and killed, and the manner in which the UP government and UP police had behaved at that time. Despite that, they won in Hathras. So BJP knows where it's going to win, where it's going to lose. So as far as Lakhimpur Kheri is concerned, I don't think if they change Mishra and if they name someone else there, then maybe we can, just as they did in case of Pawan Singh. But they have not done it in case of Ajay Mishra. So I think they're very sure that they are going to have some a good time in Lakhimpur Kheri despite the farmers' protest. But if the protest grows, and one of the demands, one of the prominent demands of the farmers is to punish Ajay Mishra. If the government agrees to that demand, then maybe they have to remove him, not because Mishra is not a winning candidate from there. It may be because of the farmers' pressure that they could remove him, but not because he's likely to lose that battle there. They have named him because they know that he's going to win there, and this has happened in the last election. There is a precedent for that. Not just in Lakhimpur Kheri, but in other constituencies also, where controversial BJP leaders have been there. So I think they will not remove him as long as the pressure doesn't grow to that critical level. Yeah.
Gyan, you were raising your hand. You wanted to.
Yes, adding to
Yes.
Professor Deshpande's point, farmers do not vote as farmers. At the time of voting, they sometimes become Hindu, they sometimes become upper caste, OBCs. So it's a difficult thing for.
Yeah. And the BJP knows that very well.
And BJP knows this game.
Right. But Gyan, to you only, and I was coming for the next question to you. And the point is that apart from Pawan Singh, Ajay Mishra, Teni, if you look at the BJP's first list, stalwarts like Harshvardhan have been phased out. You don't have Jayant Sinha. Just now, I think a few hours back, Nitin Patel, who was a former deputy CM of Gujarat, he has apparently withdrawn. Now, what are the reasons why this is happening? And say, for example, Harshvardhan, what was the reason why he was phased out? He was a five-time MLA. Twice he won the Lok Sabha elections. He did have a good clout in Chandni Chowk. But even then, a person like Praveen Khandelwal was brought in.
So I was talking to some BJP leaders and they have described it as honorable exit. People have been given the opportunity to leave the political side of the electoral politics and work towards party building or something else. Now, as far as Harshvardhan is, Dr. Harshvardhan is concerned,
but none of them have said that they are going to work towards party building. If you look at Twitter,
Gautam Gandhi, Jayant Sinha, Nitin
they've all
Patel,
gone back to their professions.
yes, but all of them have said that they will continue to work for party. They have also donated some money also. It's about 1,000 rupees to BJP.
Okay.
So as far as Dr. Harshvardhan is concerned, BJP wanted him. He was given a specific role to bring back BJP in Delhi. It's been almost 25 years, or maybe more, that BJP lost power in Delhi. Since then, BJP has never managed to come back. Harshvardhan was given this task to bring back BJP in Delhi. He did not deliver. He was made the health minister. His profile was raised from a Delhi minister.
But was that the key reason why he was phased out, that he didn't deliver? Or what the whisper in the political corridors is that he had a truck with Ramdev during the COVID times and he had a problem with a pharmaceutical lobby. And is that the reason why he was phased out?
It is difficult to comment on whispers, especially with a party like BJP. But what happened is that he was unable to deliver Delhi to BJP. BJP also lost the NDMC, so MCD posts in Delhi. So there's a continuous decline of BJP in Delhi. They have managed to win Lok Sabha, but beyond that, the party has not grown in the assembly segments or in the MCD. So, and Harshvardhan was the prime person. Now they have, maybe they have given they will give this task to people like Pravesh Sahib Singh Verma or Ramesh Viduri or Meenakshi Lekhi, who have not got the ticket, and maybe they will be asked to build the party organization in Delhi. Because all these three leaders I've named are very close to the people in the Lal Dora area or the border areas of Delhi, where the Jat and Gujar community lives. So, and they are the prime voters of BJP, and they also vote for BJP during the assembly elections.
Right.
Maybe these people will bounce back and will play a decisive role in the local elections.
Right. But a person like Basuri Swaraj, who's Sushma Swaraj's daughter, her name is also included in the first list. Now, what do you think would be the compelling reasons for Prime Minister Modi or for Amit Shah to bring in her name, to bring in her on the electoral seat?
Basuri Swaraj has been working for the party for quite some time now. Then she was made the spokesperson of BJP in Delhi, the Delhi unit of BJP. Then she became a national spokesperson. And now it's a further step up for her. And BJP has asked her to contest from New Delhi constituency, which is a very prestigious constituency. So yes, after the death of late Sushma Swaraj, yes, her daughter coming back is a significant step for her and for the party also, because Sushma Swaraj was the last chief minister of Delhi. her daughter coming back will help the party grow in Delhi. People still relate to Sushma Swaraj in Delhi.
Right.
So the name Swaraj or Sushma Swaraj still rings a bell with people in Delhi. So maybe that is the reason.
Okay, okay. But Vivek, if I may come to you now, and then I'll come to Professor Chatterjee. Normally, we've seen that when people are in Congress and they are unhappy with the Congress, and when they join BJP, they go and talk to the media and they put out their disgruntlement on the Twitter. But none of this has happened with the BJP leaders. Whether it was Dr. Harshvardhan, though his post is very, very subtle, he has said a lot of points, but not very, very blatantly, as what the congressmen do. Whether it is Jayant Sinha or whether it is anybody else who's bowed out, actually, they've not gone ahead and spoken to the media. So what is this? What is this difference which we really see in Congress and BJP?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question, Neelu. I often say that the Congress is accused of being a party with dynasty, but you see, the dynasty has absolutely. It doesn't. The dynasty doesn't strike fear in the minds of ordinary Congress leader. Uh, so they can say, they can speak their mind. They can do things which are contrary to the party's policies. Like, for example, Kamal Nath. He invited that Bageshwar Dham Baba. He laid out a red carpet for him. He also touched his feet. This guy, Bageshwar Dham Baba, has been speaking about Hindu Rashtra, and Kamal Nath had the audacity to invite him, and Kamal Nath is still in party. So, being a dynastic party, despite being a dynastic party, this allegation against the Gandhi family that it has a stranglehold over Congress is absolutely wrong. They don't have any stranglehold over Congress. As against that, BJP, despite not being a dynastic party, as far as the central government is concerned, there are so many dynastic leaders in BJP, that's a fact very well known. But despite that, only two people have such a stranglehold over the BJP, and the people are so afraid of speaking out against anything in the BJP. The only person who does speak out tangentially is Nitin Gadkari. So even after speaking, he also clarifies that he did not mean to say and something like that. But you see, you take the example of the Punjab governor, Banwarlal Purohit. Immediately in the aftermath of that Chandigarh mayoral election, he resigned because he did not want to continue in that atmosphere. But his resignation has not been accepted yet. He has been asked to stay put there. So
Absolutely.
there is an element of fear that has been struck in the hearts of ordinary BJP leaders as well. It's not just, this reign of terror doesn't extend only to the opposition. It is all pervasive. It's also within the BJP. People now they had fielded 4 or 5 BJP MPs in Madhya Pradesh. There were some ministers also in that, but they did not raise any voice of dissent against that.
For a
They
person like
meekly surrendered.
Vivek,
Yeah.
a person like Pragya Thakur, she has also been denied a ticket, and I think she spoke to one of the media channels. I think it was ANI or some channel, where she said that maybe I said something which was a blunder, and that's why my name was not included. Now, what does this all really lead into when you talk about a situation like this within BJP? Is it going to lead to some kind of an implosion within the party because you have too many disgruntled leaders? I'm not talking about Shivraj because his name is there for the Vidisha constituency. But these people who have been denied the tickets, is it really going to lead to some kind of an implosion within the party, which could have disastrous consequences? Or the party is just going to run as it is because nobody has gathered or nobody has been able to muster the courage to speak up before the media?
Yeah, I don't think this implosion, if at all, will happen before the election, the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. It might happen in the event of Modi not getting a majority, the chances of which are very few and far between. But to believe that all that the BJP's top leadership does is very methodical and very calculated, it flies in the face of the facts, the kind of politics that they have done in Maharashtra. Only stupid leaders can do what they have done in Maharashtra. It's a very classic case of how not to do your politics in Maharashtra.
Right.
For example, in 2019, till 2019, they had an alliance with Shiv Sena, which was their ideological partner. And just for that 2.5 years of chief ministership, they broke the alliance with Shiv Sena. That was not the reason. The reason was that they wanted to decimate the Shiv Sena. They had made enough attempt to decimate the Shiv Sena. They did not want any competitor in the Hindutva space. It's not just that they are opposed to opposition parties. They are opposed to even that party which had some claim over Hindutva, because they did not want any competitor in the Hindutva space as well. So they had tried to destroy Shiv Sena. The Shiv Sena was very much aware of that. That's why they had put up this demand for 2.5 years of chief ministership. The BJP did not give them that. They, instead of that, they tried to cobble up a government with Ajit Pawar, which fell in 72 hours. And then we had Mahavikas Agadi government, which was very strong government. For 2.5 years, Shiv Sena did have their chief minister. But for the remaining 2.5 years also, the BJP did not have their man as chief minister. They had to import a man from original Shiv Sena. So it was a very stupid politics. And now they are fighting for having a seat sharing in Maharashtra as well. So to believe that Mr. Modi and Mr. Shah are the Chanakyas of the highest order is foolish. I mean, they are not. They can go wrong. They can commit so many blunders is very well known, and Maharashtra is a very classic case of that. So let's not give them 100% as far as selection of candidates and the kind of politics that they do are concerned.
Right. You said it right that we cannot give them 100%. And the concluding remark, Gorgo, I'll come to you now. What would you really say that the first list of BJP will be known for a deft handling of BJP? Will it be known for its anomalies? Can we really say, or are we in a position to say that strategically and politically, the first list of BJP has been right for the party? How would you rate it?
If we look at Bengal, now going beyond Asansol in the first list, basically these are repeat candidates. A party which doesn't have too much ground organization in a state, I think the repetition of a winning candidate is actually quite clever, in a sense that the person already has built up some amount of face recognition, name recognition, though there's a certain rub that even after giving 18 MPs, Bengal was not given a single full cabinet minister post. Okay, so that actually helps that Trinamool narrative that Bengal and Bengalis is sort of marginal, kind of a space to the BJP scheme of things. It's only a place to take from. However, certain interesting developments have happened since then. So for the since BJP's loss in 2021, certain characters, for example, one is a judge of the Calcutta High Court called Abhijit Ganguly. One is sort of a kind of a nice face, a nice doctor face who speaks on from politics to astronomy, that sort of a person. So these people have become serious media faces. And now with the gong of the election, what BJP lacked last time, a credible Bengali Bhadralok sort of a facade or whatever you call it, these people are now being brought in forth to the BJP, and these will be candidates in seats where probably they lost last time. So it's a pretty clever strategy.
Right. So it's a clever strategy as far as West Bengal is concerned, but we'll have to wait and watch. This first list was for 195 Lok Sabha seats. Of course, there will be a couple of more lists which will come out, and that will complete the BJP's share of planning for the Lok Sabha election. So we'll have to wait and watch. But as far as this list was concerned, it had its fair share of blunders, controversies, withdrawals, some silent frustrations not to be expressed on Twitter. So, of course, as what Vivek said, that we cannot give 100% to both Modi and Shah. I'll have to wind up the discussion here. Thank you so much, Gargo Chatterjee, Vivek Deshpande, Gyan. Thank you so much for joining. And one appeal to the viewers who are watching this discussion: subscribe to our channel, send us a feedback, and stay tuned to The Federal. Thank you.
Subscribe to The Federal's YouTube page for more news and updates.